Moving to different clubs can be a risk for players. They sometimes work out, turning them into a vital squad member, but other times they can make a turn for the worse. In this video, we will go through 5 players that went from hero to zero. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and leave a like to help out the channel. Our first player starting the list is Romelu Lukaku, who currently has made a loan switch back to Serie A side Inter Milan. Before signing for Chelsea on his second spell for the club, Lukaku had a fantastic 20-21 season at Inter, being a vital player for the club's success. During that time period, he managed to secure the Serie A title and earn himself a Player of the Year award for his club. Lukaku ranked up 36 league games in that particular season, scoring 24 goals and assisting 10 times. After a cracking season at Inter, clubs from around the world had eyes on the Belgian striker. And during the 2021-22 season, the London club Chelsea placed a club record fee of £101 million to bring the player back. The Blue fans were excited to see Lukaku as their new number 9 after seeing his world-class performance the season prior. However, Lukaku started off the season in great form, but as a result of injury and interviews discussing his thoughts on Inter Milan, caused the striker to have a massive dip in form. Most Chelsea fans predominantly were disappointed at his comments made on an Italian television interview, which quickly made him into a club villain. To sum up Romelu Lukaku's form that season, he played a total of 25 Premier League games, but scoring only 8 times and assisting once. Another Premier League player hits the list, and that's Manchester United's midfielder Paul Pogba. The French international isn't a fan favourite at Old Trafford compared to his times at the Old Lady. His statistics for both clubs are similar in respect, but his performances on the pitch felt like he wasn't putting 100% effort into his games. Frustrated United fans felt Pogba had a lot more potential to give, and on his day Pogba could be unstoppable. But laziness stopped this from happening. Pogba was signed by Juventus during the 2012 season for £3.1 million and secured his role in the squad pretty much straight away. His ability to drive forward, ping impossible passes to his teammates, and score wonder goals caused Juventus fans to adore him, and after a few seasons, he's proved to be one of the world's best. In total, Paul Pogba played a total of 124 league games, scoring and assisting 28 times. United wanted to bolster their midfield and decided to bring Pogba back to Old Trafford for a staggering £94 million. In total, Pogba stayed at United for 6 years. During that time, he managed to score 29 goals and assist 41 times during 157 appearances for the Red Devils. Stats show that he's a decent player, but his attitude in the game and lazy performances created tension between the fans. They could see Pogba had more to give, but ultimately never kept his high performance consistent. From the making of this video, the French midfield maestro has now switched back to his white and black colours to where he made his hero status. If you're a United fan, what's your opinion on the player? Comment below. Players often get hyped by media, especially when they have one world-class season. Jovic is a great example of this during his time at German side Frankfurt. During the 2018 and 19 season, Luka Jovic managed to score a total of 17 league goals in 32 games for the club, and 10 goals in 14 Europa League games. It was safe to say Jovic was a vital player for Frankfurt, making him a total fan favourite for the club. Of course, this caused the big European clubs to scout the Serbian international, and this is where Real Madrid placed a bid of £56 million to sign the hero striker. Plans were for Jovic to eventually take over from Benzema's duties at the club due to his age, but that wasn't the case. The fact that Karim Benzema was just getting even better with age, and not exactly declining in match performance, Jovic really didn't get enough opportunities to show his worth. Always coming on during the last few moments in games, and rarely starting the La Liga matches, Jovic simply didn't provide the performance that the Los Blancos fans expected. In 36 games for the club, he only managed to score a disappointing 3 goals, which caused the Real Madrid fans to dislike the signing, making him go from hero to zero pretty quickly. Arsenal's winger Pepe makes the list of being an absolute hero during his Lille days, but going to zero after his transfer switch. The Ivorian played 107 games for the French club, netting 38 times and assisting his fellow teammates 17 times. Clearly, with player stats like that, this caused Pepe to be a fan favourite at the club and got himself on the radar for big clubs. Mikel Arteta's side decided to go all in for the winger and placed a £72 million bid. What's important to note is Arsenal weren't exactly splashing the cash before this transfer window, which caused fans to protest against the club's board to start investing into the team. With a hefty amount of cash invested into Nicolas Pepe, fans automatically expected a big performance from the player. However, this wasn't the case. So far, Pepe has accumulated 80 Premier League games for the North London club and only scoring 16 times. That's a 0.2 goals to games ratio, compared to his Lille days of scoring 0.35 goals a game. Furthermore, the Ivorian winger struggles with consistency. Arsenal fans have seen glimpses of Pepe playing well, but the majority of times he's sloppy and makes too many mistakes. Can he switch things this coming season, or should Arsenal sell him? Comment below your thoughts. Once upon a time, Icardi was Inter Milan's captain and striker, potentially Inter's best player during his spell at the Milan side. Playing most matches for the Nerazzurri, he stacked up 219 games for the club, scoring 121 times. That's 0.55 goals a game, which compared to Mo Salah's 21-22 season for Liverpool of 0.65 goals a game makes Icardi pretty impressive. His passion for wearing the black and blue stripes of Inter made him a fan favourite immediately. The majority of the Italian fans never saw Icardi to leave the club, and could have solidified legend status at the club if he stayed for many years to come. However, with big money clubs such as PSG coming in, the Argentine couldn't resist to explore his options in Paris and made the switch during the 2020 season permanently for £45 million. Paris front three is probably every football fan's dream attack, with Neymar, Lionel Messi and Mbappe all playing up top. It makes getting into the starting 11 pretty tricky. From playing every game to Inter to just making the front bench at Paris, fans of PSG really didn't get to see the best of Icardi, and is simply in the background of fans' minds. This is proven with 64 league games for Paris. He's only started 10 times. Leave your thoughts below in the comments on what you thought on these players that went from hero status to zero status. And remember, leave a like and subscribe to support the channel.